Welcome to the Ohio Underground Storage Tank Online AB Operator course. And on behalf of Tait Environmental, we'd like to thank you for selecting us for your online training needs and hope you enjoy the course. Now, we've mentioned that all underground storage tank facilities must designate certified personnel to assume the role of A, B, and C operators. However, there are some tank systems that are excluded from regulation and therefore do not require A, B, or C operators. Excluded systems typically include process tanks or septic systems, perhaps tanks that are used for residential purposes. A detailed list of excluded systems can be found on this slide. What I'm holding is a portion of a fill pipe that has been cut to highlight just the automatic shutoff device. And as I mentioned before, as the product level rises, this float will rise along with the product level, and at the same time as it rises, it is shutting a valve inside of the fill pipe itself, and thereby shutting off the flow of product coming into the tank system. Of all three approved overfill prevention devices, this is the only one that actually stops the flow of product. We can mechanically set that at a 95% tank capacity height within the tank. And this is a very commonly used system nationwide for overfill prevention. Now, we've discussed the importance and the function of spill containment structures or spill buckets. Let's talk a little bit about the inspection and the maintenance of both spill buckets and sumps. Now, it's important that spill buckets or spill containment structures and our sumps are free of liquid and debris, and that if sensors are installed in those sumps, that they're installed in the proper location. If there is liquid or debris in a sump or a spill bucket, that can adversely affect its operation, lead to deterioration, and or reduce the capacity of that structure. Now, if liquid or debris is found inside of these structures, it needs to be properly disposed of per state regulations. Additionally, state requirements for inspection of these structures can be found on this slide. To really dive under the hood here and discuss interstitial monitoring, we have to understand what is an interstitial or an annular space. And as we discussed earlier when we were showing you the rigid fiberglass piping, the interstitial space is the space between the primary containment, whether that's a tank or piping, and the secondary containment that surrounds the primary containment. And the idea being, if there's ever a breach of that primary containment, any type of release could be contained within that secondary containment. And how we monitor that is we develop some type of method of determining if something has been released from the primary containment by monitoring the space, that interstitial space or annular space, for the presence of any liquid.